There's a trap that millions of people are stuck in. And the worst part, most of them don't even realize it. They wake up early, work hard every day, pay their bills on time, follow all the safe rules society taught them. Yet somehow, they still feel financially stressed, still trapped, still one emergency away from disaster. Why? Because they were sold a dream that sounds safe on the outside, but quietly keeps people financially stuck for life. It's called the middle class trap. And once you understand how this trap works, you'll start seeing it everywhere. In schools, in jobs, in social media, even inside your own habits. In this video, we'll break down why most middle-class people never become wealthy, the psychological trap keeping people stuck, the dangerous cycle of salary bills repeat, and how some people escape it completely. Because if you don't understand this trap, you can spend your entire life working hard and still never become free. Since childhood, most people are taught one formula. Study hard, get a good job, work for 40 years, and you'll be successful. Sounds safe, right? But here's the problem. The world changed. Expenses increased. Inflation increased. Competition increased. But most salaries didn't increase enough. So what happens? People get trapped in survival mode. They work harder every year, but somehow still feel broke. Because earning money is not the same as building wealth. That's the first thing most people never learn. A high salary can still create a poor life if your expenses grow with your income. You depend only on one source of income. You never invest. You buy liabilities instead of assets. That's how the trap begins. One of the biggest middle-class traps is this: trying to look rich instead of becoming rich. The moment people get a salary increase, they upgrade everything. New phone, new car, expensive clothes, bigger house, luxury lifestyle. Not because they need it, but because society rewards appearances. Social media made this even worse. People are now competing financially with strangers online, and this creates a dangerous cycle. More income, more lifestyle, more bills, more stress. That's why many middle-class families look successful, but secretly live paycheck to paycheck. They own expensive things, but have no freedom. Real wealth is silent. Fake wealth is loud. Wealthy people buy assets. Trapped people buy status. Now, don't misunderstand this. Having a job is not bad, but depending only on salary, that's dangerous. Because the moment your income stops, everything collapses. The middle-class trap teaches people to trade time for money forever. So life becomes wake up, commute, work, stress, sleep, repeat, year after year. And eventually people become prisoners of their monthly paycheck. Not because they're lazy, but because nobody taught them financial freedom. Rich people ask, how can money work for me? Middle-class thinking often becomes, how can I work harder for money? That difference changes everything. Here's the real reason many people never escape. Fear. Fear of failure. Fear of risk. Fear of judgment. Fear of uncertainty. So people stay inside comfort zones that slowly destroy their future. They hate their job, but stay. They want to start a business, but wait. They want to learn skills, but procrastinate. Because safety feels comfortable. But sometimes, the safe path becomes the riskiest path of all, especially in today's world. Technology is changing fast. AI is replacing jobs. Competition is global, and relying on one paycheck has become more dangerous than ever. The people who survive the future are those who adapt. Most schools teach people how to become employees, but very few teach financial literacy, investing, business, taxes, valskrisischen. So millions grow up knowing how to work, but not how money actually works. That's why people spend decades chasing promotions, instead of building ownership. The wealthy own businesses, assets, investments, systems. The trapped own debt, monthly payments, stress, endless obligations. And the system keeps repeating itself generation after generation. Parents struggle financially, children copy the same habits, and the cycle continues, unless someone decides to break it. So how do people escape? Not overnight, but through mindset and strategy. 1. Learn high-income skills. Skills create opportunities. The internet made it possible for anyone to learn. Sales, editing, marketing, coding, AI tools, content creation. Your skill level determines your income level. 2. Stop buying to impress. Most people are financing lifestyles they cannot afford. Instead of asking, how do I look rich? Ask, how do I become free? Freedom matters more than image. 3. Build multiple income streams. One income source is risky. Modern wealth often comes from businesses, freelancing, investments, digital products, YouTube channels, online skills. 4. Invest early. Money sitting still loses value because of inflation. Wealthy people make their money grow. Small investments compounded over years become powerful. 5. Think long-term. The middle-class trap is built on short-term thinking. Rich thinking is patient. They build slowly, but strategically. Imagine being 60 years old, still stressed about bills, still depending on a paycheck, still waiting for someday. That's the reality for millions. Not because they were stupid, but because nobody warned them about the trap. And maybe this video is your warning. The middle-class trap doesn't begin with poverty. It begins with comfort. Comfort that slowly turns into dependence. And dependence turns into limitation. The question is not, do you work hard? The question is your hard work building freedom or building cage? Because your future is being built by the decisions you make today. If this video opened your eyes, subscribe and comment. I choose freedom, and I'll see you in the next video.